Hello everybody, welcome back to the Advanced Vape channel. Today we're going to be looking at the CHEETAH RDA from OBS. Now, I know we haven't looked at an RDA in quite a while now, but I wanted to do this one because it's kind of the companion RDA to the engine RTA, so they're very similar, but this is kind of the dripper version of that. It's a 22mm RDA and it's top airflow only, and the design is very similar overall to the engine. It does have an important difference though. As you can see, it has airflow here and here, but it also has it kind of coming down the side, and I'll take the top section off so you can see it. The air sort of channels down the sleeve on the outside as well as right here. So it's hitting the air's coming down and hitting the coils from both right here and along the sides there. Sorry for the focus. So there's a little side air slot there and right there. That's the main difference on this, other than it's a dripper. But we're going to go on and get into the build on this. I've made a little tiny alien build. It's not a perfect build. There's some errors in spacing because it's really tiny wire, but I think it'll perform well in here. This is 32 gauge stainless steel with the 40 gauge overwrap. So let's go on and go into the dry firing and move along. Okay. Had a little bit of issues getting them to fire evenly, probably because there's an error in spacing in one of them. So we're going to move on to wicking. So like any RDA, it's much easier to wick than an RTA. You just kind of stuff the cotton in there. Before I put the cap on, I want to point out that I'll wait for the focus here. There's a notch here and a notch here, and that correlates to this notch and the one on the other side. Come on, focus. There's a notch right there. So what that does is make sure that your airflows are always lined up with your coils. And I just kind of keep spinning until I feel it snap down like that. So now it's locked into place. And this tends to be pretty airy, so I close it down just a little bit. And I'm going to go over to temp control mode. And let's give it a shot. So I said the same thing on the engine, and the same applies to this. These two have really changed my opinion about top airflow only setups. So in the past, I've really not been a fan of top airflow devices of any kind. Sub-ohm tank, RTA, RDA, any of that. They've all been really lacking in flavor to me. And that's really not the case with this at all. It basically feels, just the way the inhale works and the way the flavor is, it feels like a bottom air, but obviously it's not. And there's all kinds of advantages to having this top air. It makes it easier to refill. You can just refill straight down there, straight down the drip tip without worrying about it leaking. And I mean, I guess if you turn it on its side, it would leak, but as far as an RDA go, it's much more leak resistant. It's the same with the engine for RTAs. That one is much more leak resistant than a bottom airflow one. Really top-notch flavor on this, and quite a bit of room, even though it's a 22 millimeter. So I know the kind of trend has definitely been towards 25 or larger. In the last video, you saw me do a 30 millimeter, but this is a pretty good sized build deck, and I can fit all kinds of stuff in here. So I've put much larger aliens in there. Like I said, this is kind of a small alien build in there right now, but it can fit all kinds of stuff in there. Even though it's 22 millimeter. I've kind of moved away from RDAs lately, just because there's so many really great RTAs on the market right now, and it's just much more convenient to have a tank on it. But if you're a fan of RDAs, or you just like using them to test flavors or whatever, something like this or the Goon, those are pretty much the only RDAs that I use right now. This one has really good flavor, and it's easy to build on really fast. And as far as drippers go, it has flavor among the best of them to me. Overall, I think OBS has really stepped up just the quality and the flavor on their devices with these two. Like I said in the video on the engine, I've had an issue with pretty much every other OBS product that I've tried. It's been lacking in flavor, hard to wick, something like that. And both of those issues are totally gone with these two. Really great flavor on both of them. So overall, I'm happy with this RDA. If I could change anything about it, I would probably bump it up to a 25 millimeter, or at least offer a 25 millimeter size, and they might be doing that. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're looking to get a new dripper. Good flavor, easy to build, all of that stuff that I've mentioned already. I don't really have anything bad to say about it that I can think of. So that'll bring us to the end of this short video about the Cheetah from OBS. If you like this video on our channel, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And as always, if you have any questions, leave them below in the comments or send me an email. Thanks.